This video is just to go over my favorite drugstore makeup products. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube from other great people and I wanted to share my favorites. So what I'm really going to do is kind of impromptu, and I haven't prepared or anything. So what I'm really going to do is just excuse me, go through my drawers in my makeup collection and just start kind of from top to bottom. Sorry, my eyelash is really bothering me. Anyway, go from top to bottom and talk about the products that I like. Okay, so I guess we'll start with eyeshadows, and the first thing I want to say before I get started is I don't really think there are a lot of great drugstore eyeshadows, at least not ones that I own or that I've tried. I really think that MAC has the best eyeshadows, and so I'm actually working on buying more MAC eyeshadows and not buying many more drugstore eyeshadows. But for the eyeshadows that I do like that are drugstore, let me share. The L'Oreal Wear Infinity Deep Mocha eyeshadow. I use this for pretty much everything. I use it for my eyelashes, if I have any brown I need to do in my crease, if I have contouring or anything like that. I use this. I love it. It's a great eyeshadow. It's got a great finish. It is, I think, a matte. I think. And it's a great eyeshadow. I would definitely recommend it. This is another good eyeshadow, and I consider it drugstore. I bought it actually at Sally Beauty Supply. It's called Sally Girl, and it's an eyeshadow, and it's called Auburn. And it's like a really nice, I guess, auburn color. I had been looking for a coral color, and I was hoping that that was close enough, but it's not really coral. It's really auburn. It's nice, though. The Black Radiance eyeshadows I rave about a lot. I rave about the Black Radiance brand a whole lot, and there'll be other products from that brand that I will talk about in this video. I've actually, if you can see, I've pretty much used up all that black eyeshadow in there from the Ebony and Ivory palette. I'm not too impressed with the white. Well, it's actually kind of nice. It's not really a white, it's more like a silvery, kind of pearly color. I don't know if you can even see that. So it's actually nice too. Maybe I'll start using that more often. But those are my favorite eyeshadows, so it's not much, as you can tell. Excuse me. In terms of facial products, we'll start with the Black Radiance blushes. Plum Sorbet, what I'm wearing now. It's that nice, bright, vibrant, magenta, pinkish, bright color. If you can tone it down as how I have it now, at least that's how I think I have it, kind of toned down, or you can really play it up like on that Disco Ball, the silver glittery eyeshadow. I kind of packed it on. You don't even have to pack it on really, you just kind of apply more than usual to give it a more dramatic effect. This is Soft Honey. I've used this before as well. It's like a really nice, for darker skin, it gives a nice kind of sun-kissed look, like, you know, like a nice, I don't know how to describe it, but I've worn it in different tutorials. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but if I see one, I will add a little, you know, those little pop-up box things telling you which tutorial it was, just so you can get a look at it if you don't know what it looks like. They also have great bronzer. This is their Summer Shimmer bronzer. I use this all the time. I'm not using it now. I try generally don't use it at night. Like it's pretty bright outside, but I'm planning on going somewhere when it should be getting dark, or by the time I get there it'll be dark. I don't like to use bronzer at night. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my own thing. The L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. I love it. I actually haven't worn it in a while because while I do love it, it matches my skin tone pretty well. It tends to magnify wrinkles, and believe it or not, I have wrinkles. Maybe other people can't see them, because when I say that, a lot of people are like, you don't have wrinkles, blah blah blah, but I can see them, especially when I laugh a lot and smile a lot. I have a lot of smile wrinkles here and on my forehead. I wrinkle my forehead, I get that from my dad. Wrinkle my forehead a lot and get those. I'm not wearing it now, so it's not really working well, but I've ordered a primer from a coworker of mine who sells Avon. It's supposed to be a good primer that kind of fills in the wrinkles, and then you put the makeup on over it. So I'm going to try this when I get the primer. I think those are the only eye products that I really like. Lip products. What I'm wearing now is one of my all-time favorite by Revlon. Super lustrous lipstick. It's called Paparazzi Pink. It's a pearl lipstick, so it's kind of a glittery, but I actually ended up putting just some cheap gloss over it just to make it a more glossy look, because I don't really like, sometimes I don't like the matte finish of lipsticks, but this is a beautiful color. I've used it before in tutorials as well, but yeah, I'm wearing it with some gloss over it. On the same lines, let's see, what other lipstick do I like? This Milani Mystique Mauve is very pretty. I wore that on that 100 strokes tutorial, one of my very first tutorials. Wet n Wild has nice lipstick colors. This is 509A. It's not as bright of a cherry red. Excuse me. Tropez is similar. It's like one of those cheaper lipstick brands. This is 22501, and the brand is Tropez, Tropez. I think I saw this in Walgreens. It's not carried everywhere, but this was a bright cherry red. I was trying to experiment with red, and experimenting with red is great when you have cheap lipsticks. Like, they both were like either 99 cents or $1.99, something like that. This is cool. It's Nicka K glass stick, and I've used it all up, and I've kept it because I'm trying to find another one. I found it at a beauty supply store that I haven't been to in a while because it's on a side of town where I don't live. So I've been on the lookout for these. These are pretty cool too. Black Radiance lipstick, also beautiful, beautiful lipstick. This is one of my favorites that I love, and I was so tempted to wear it today with my pink eyes, but I decided against it because I don't want to scare people. I don't know, sometimes I care, sometimes I don't. I've worn it out before, actually, even during the day. I have a pic of it in my blog. It's one of my very first entries. But it's a nice bright pink. I think it's called Purple Passion. I don't know. I think those are all the lips. I'm kind of trying to rush them because I don't have many subscribers, so I'm still limited to like 10 minutes. But anyway, for eye products, the Hip Color Truth Cream Eyeliner. Same thing as a paint pot, in my opinion. I mean, you can't tell the difference. I don't have a paint pot. My sister had one, and she thinks you can't tell the difference. Now, when they're regular price, they're not very much cheaper than the MAC ones. But I actually caught this on a half-off sale, like buy one get one free, equal or lesser value, with my other favorite product, the L'Oreal Cream Shadow Paint. This is the best eyeshadow primer I've ever used, period. I put the color on, the color does not go anywhere at all. It's hard to wipe off. It can be hard to wash off if you don't use the right products. It's a great primer. Definitely comparable to like Urban Decay Primer Potion or whatever other things. I don't even use those. I use this. Black Radiance has a soft eyeliner pencil. I think it's those that are retractable. I'm almost out, so you really can't really see that maybe. Fabuliner from In Color. This is the liquid eyeliner that I use. A little helpful hint, eye drops. These are Walgreens brand.